Hello and welcome to Toffee TV. Now, anyone who watches this channel knows I am a massive kit nerd. I grew up at the perfect time for a lot of these kits. Late 80s into the 90s, when the whole kit merchandise ranges were just starting to explode, training gear, all the rest of it. All the stuff now which has become hugely popular, hugely expensive. Everyone's trying to find the kit they had when they were a kid. So many of the big companies now are remaking popular kits and all the things that came with them from the 90s. We've recently seen Arsenal re-release the 1992 kit. We've seen Liverpool have a new range with Adidas. It's become a massive thing. The Total 90 with Nike has come back into fashion. All those kits have become available again. It's a huge, huge market. One, I'm really hoping Everton starts exploring in the next few years, with a lot of their Umbro stuff from the 80s and 90s, obviously winning trophies. There's a lot of this stuff available, either second-hand or remakes, but it'd be fantastic to see Everton come out with their own stuff. It's a huge market and it really, really needs to be looked at. Here at Toffee TV, we have lots and lots of shirts, and loads of people are often asking where we got them or what we've done to them or just how we come to have them in our possession. So I thought we'd do a little guide to some of our kits. This will be the first of a few videos where we're going to look at some of the kits we've got and some of the kits we're going to get in the future, and also how you can get your hands on some of these shirts as well. There's so many shirts out there where people had them when they were a kid and let them go, or obviously through time if they've been ruined. So let's have a little look at some of our shirts and have a little look and talk about the different ones, the different categories they fall in. So first of all, I've got this one. This is one of my favourite Everton shirts of all time. This is the third kit from 93, 94. Now, one of the reasons I love this shirt, not only is it an amazing looking shirt, obviously made by Umbro with the NEC on it, it was worn very few times, and it was a very limited shirt as well to buy. They only released a few thousand, and obviously I was a teenager in the 90s, and that, it was down to my mum to get me a shirt, and I just never got this shirt. But I was at Crystal Palace away in the League Cup. We won 4-1, and it was funny because I was supposed to be at school that day, and my mum had rung up and told me I had a dentist appointment. Unfortunately, Paul Rideout got taken off. I think he got a smack in the head, and he was taken off, and the TV caught me clapping him going off, which obviously led to the next day in school the teachers asking a few questions. So this is a original shirt, as in replica, and I had the Rideout 15 put on the back of it. So basically this falls into the first category of an OG shirt that I have had personalised since. And as you can see, it's got the original name and number on as well. So it's not, I haven't just gone, you see people, and it really frustrates me. You see people who have old shirts with like new Premier League numbers on, and it really bugs me. I have to say, it really, really bugs me. So we've gone for the proper name set for this shirt, and I just think it looks brilliant. It looks brilliant. I don't wear it out. It just stays in the studio. This design as well, quite famous because Man City had the same shirt at the time, and I think there's pictures of like Oasis wearing it at the time. So it's a famous template, and basically these templates are just like they were like Sunday League templates that when a team needed a kit, they just threw the badges on and stuff. Everton have now released this through ScoreDraw. It doesn't have Umbro on it, but it's a really good version of it. So you can get this shirt, but that leads me on to my next shirt. So this is another shirt that I didn't have when it came out. This is the early 90s away kit. This is a ScoreDraw retro shirt. So this is a retro shirt that you can get in the Everton shop right now. The difference is that I've had the Umbro badge added to it, and I've had the original number put on it. Number 8 for Peter Beardsley. Anyone in the early 90s Peter Beardsley was the hero, so you've got to have the number 8 on the back of the shirt. It's not, you know, it's not necessarily a traditional Everton sort of hero shirt, but Peter Beardsley, Adrian Heath, they are two players who wore the number 8 shirt, and Paul Rideout when he changed his number from 15 with distinction. So this it falls into the second category. This is a shirt that you can get yourself right now, a brand new shirt, but it's been altered so it looks like an original, and that's been done with putting the Umbro badge on, and as I said, getting an OG number 8 on the back with the Umbro on it. And again, you know, this, people might be tempted to grab one of these shirts and just get any 8 put on the back of it, or a Premier League 8 on the back of it, but I just think it looks so much better with the authentic 8 on the back, and also it looks so much better with the Umbro on it as well. They're just something, I don't know what it is, but they just don't look right without the Umbro on it, or the Puma on it, or whatever it is. They just don't look quite right. So this falls into that second category of that shirt that you can get right now, and you can get it altered. Right, let's move on to the third category, and this is actually one of the mad ones. This is actually one that takes a lot of effort to get. This shirt is an Everton goalkeeper shirt from the 95-96 season. Now, this was worn very, very few times. Most people remember that we had the yellow goalkeeping jersey that we wore at Wembley when we won the cup. But this was like a secondary shirt. And again, this will be just one that Umbro have just given to Everton, and Everton have probably just done it themselves. The kitmen probably done it themselves, or they probably just sent over a shirt. Now, these were never available, never ever available in the club shop. Now, this one was worn when we beat Liverpool at Anfield 2-1 when Andre Kanchelskis scored the 2 goals. So as a shirt, it's one of those where you'll look at it and think, maybe people haven't even seen this before, this shirt. I found this shirt on a Spanish second-hand website, or certainly it came from Spain. It might have been, I can't quite remember whether it was eBay or whether it was one of the other shops, but I found it as a blank template. So this is our third category now. This is a template shirt. So basically it came blank, and we sent it away, and we had the badge, the sponsor, the Premier League badges, and the name set on the back. Now, this was before the Premier League name set came in, so it's an Umbro name set. We even had the Umbro change, the colour of the Umbro change. Not sure you can see that, but the Umbro we've had it changed. I think it was white, and we've had it changed to green to make it as authentic. Now, this is just like a complete one-off. This is as I said, this is the template category. So if you go on eBay, and you go on some of the other websites, even classic football shirts, if you put in Umbro template, you'll find templates from the 90s, like basically like loads of Sunday League shirts that clubs, Everton included, may have used in one-off games, or goalkeeper shirts that were used in like one-off games. If you can get hold of one and you can find somebody to do it for you, these make unbelievable collector's items, because even though they're not match worn, they are complete one-offs. I've got a couple more that I'm going to be doing in other videos, and I've got one that is, for me, a shirt that is like my holy grail, and I'll be doing another video on that because it's so special for me. I've been searching for this shirt for so long, and I'll be doing that. So this is a template. As I said, this takes a lot more effort, a lot more money, a lot more discipline looking for these shirts all the time. But I've seen this template available since. So if this is something, if you see a shirt and you're like, that shirt was never available or never seen that since, it is worth having a look around on some of these websites, whether it be classic football shirts, eBay, Vinted, Grailed. There's others out there, and it's worth trying to see, because with you can get all this stuff added now. You can get, the badges embroidered. It looks fantastic. You can get all this stuff done now if you can find that original shirt. And that leads us on to our next category, which is basically reproductions of shirts that you could never buy. So we've got a couple here. We've got the obviously very, very famous Everton goalkeeper shirt from the 1985 European Cup Winners' Cup final. Now, obviously, Neville Southall said he had no problem with wearing red because he was a Welshman. So this shirt is massively famous. Never made, never reproduced. Not, you know, I think Everton would dare not make this shirt. As you can see, it's got the Lecoq Sportif #1 on the back. It's even got, this is a thing from the 80s and the 90s, which is people find very strange now. But the goalkeeper would have it like sponsored gloves like they do now. And Neville Southall would often have that put onto his kits. I don't know how he managed it, but it was often put to these two. This logo on either side, that's his goalkeeper glove sponsor. And it was often put on some of his goalkeeping shirts, which is just sounds mad now, doesn't it? Two different companies on the shirt. But this basically is a complete reproduction. So you'd have to have, so the guy who made this had the jersey made, and then he put the alterations on himself. So the badge, both badges, the Everton badge is embroidered, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Now, not everyone might like to see an Everton shirt that's red, but just for context of history, and just because it's such an iconic shirt, it's definitely one worth having in your collection. So we are very, very lucky to have that. And also this shirt from 85 as well, which Evertonians will remember us wearing as well. Famous victories at Sheffield Wednesday and at Leicester City. Very, very famous Sheffield Wednesday game where Neville Southall was absolutely amazing, made some amazing saves. And it was one of those games where people say that's what got us over the line. And winning at Leicester as well. A famous win as well, where we wore this shirt. We've had it #6 on the back for Peter Reid. Now again, this is a complete reproduction. This is a shirt. This is not even a template. This is a shirt that has been made, and then afterwards the details have been added. And again, it's one of those shirts. I don't know if I'd wear it, but just for a collection, I think it's amazing. So that's again another category for us here that we have. Moving on. So this is our last sort of real shirt. So this falls into a different category, one that is slightly controversial. This is the basically Chinese market shirt. Now, the reason why I've no issue showing you this shirt is because this is a shirt that Everton don't make. This is a shirt that Scoredraw don't make, Umbro don't make it. There is no version of this shirt available. If Everton did sell this shirt, then obviously I would buy that shirt, but they don't. So there are websites that sell this shirt, and we have purchased one, as is. The only difference is when you buy those shirts, the name and numbers are often quite plasticky. So this does have a proper name set, a proper Premier League old school name set on it. We've gone for Materazzi just because a bit of a cult figure, and he ended up winning the World Cup for Italy. So this is a Chinese shirt. I won't go into more details on that. Everyone knows the score on that. Oddly, this is a shirt that I hated at the time. It wasn't even a proper blue. It's become sort of cultish in its way. A lot of younger fans really like it, which is weird because it just screams misery to me. Again, it's a last gasp, last day, not getting relegated shirt. So I'm not a massive favourite of this shirt, but it's just one that we didn't have in our collection and thought, well, let's get hold of it. So again, that's one. You could get this shirt on. Again, you could get a second-hand version of this shirt, a vintage shirt on all of the websites. You know, whether it's eBay, classic football shirts, vintage, whatever. Have a good look. If you want a original second-hand, have a good look. You might go on some websites and it could be a fortune. You could go on other and get very lucky, and you could find the shirt for next to nothing. It just depends. You could find the shirt in a charity shop for next to nothing but you have to have a good look round. And finally, this comes to our final shirt, which is a bit of a strange one. This is a basic one-off. This is a what-if shirt, a complete fantasy shirt. I've got a couple of other little shirts that are like fantasy ones that I've had created, but nothing quite like this. This is what if Everton was sponsored by Adidas in the early 90s. And as you can see, it's basically a blue version of Liverpool's kit. It's got the proper badge from the early 90s. It's got the proper sponsor. It's got the number 9 on the back in the Adidas style that you would have seen maybe at Rangers or at Liverpool. And it's a proper Adidas. Again, this is a template shirt. I found this shirt on a website and just thought, let's have it made. Let's just see what it looks like. Why not? And here it is. This is the fantasy what if shirt. Unfortunately, it's got like a fleecy lining, so even if I wanted to wear it, it'd be like 1,000,000 degrees. But it is just a complete mad one-off thing that I had made, and this is the fantasy shirt. So again, you might see a shirt you like and go, do you know what? Wouldn't that be bossy if it had Everton on it, or we had Nike once? Wouldn't it be boss if we had like this version of a Nike, like a total 90 Nike Everton kit, and use like whatever sponsor we had then and whatever badge we had then. You could just basically do what you want. If you've got an idea, why not? Why not go for it? And just football kits now are just so popular, and retro football kits are just so popular that why not? Why not just try something different? So these are some of the categories of kits we've got in the studio. And as I said, we are in the process now of having some of our kits done, some new kits. I've actually got another idea, which is actually altering a kit with a badge on that I don't particularly like and introducing another badge on that kit. We've got a couple of templates as well that we're going to send off and have done as well. So we're going to get the story of them. We're going to get some behind the scenes of those getting made as well. Some of the alterations getting made as well. So if there's any other ones that you want to see us talk about, let me know in the comments. Any of the other shirts you've seen here, just ask. We've got lots of shirts. We've got shirts that we've got Premier League worn shirts. We've got shirts that were my shirts. We've got some shirts that were Baz's shirts. We've got some player issue shirts here as well. We've got so many different kinds of Everton kits from over the years. So if you want to know any more about some of them, and I'm going to get some guests in as well to talk about some of the shirts that they helped design as well, or were part of their creation as well. So, and hopefully some news on the future of Everton kits as well going forward. What is the future of the brands that we're working with, and where is it all going? So, especially as well, I think a lot of people are really interested in the retro stuff. Like I said at the beginning, what's the future for Everton's retro gear that people just seem to really love now? So let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like and let us know. Give us some feedback in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you later.